Joint bar graph. Bar graph. Data presentation through bar graph. Joint bar graph. Joint bar graph. A bar graph. Representing data by pictograph is not only time consuming, but at times difficult too. Let us see some other way of representing data visually. This is a bar. Bars of uniform width can be drawn horizontally or vertically with equal spacing between them. The length of each bar represents the given number. Such method of representing data is called as a bar diagram or a bar graph. Use of bar graphs with a different purpose. We have seen different type of data arranged in a tabular form to assess information easily. This information could be put as a visual representation in the form of pictographs or bar graphs to assess more easily. This horizontal line represents x-axis and this vertical line represents y-axis. X-axis denotes number of observations while y-axis denotes the value of observation. Whenever we have to represent data in a graph mode, we have to choose scale first. Y-axis contains scale. This is 1 unit length. 1 unit length may represent 1, tens or hundreds of observations depending on how large the data is. Students, we know that a bar graph is a representation of numbers using bars of uniform width, and the lengths of the bars depend upon the value of observation and the scale you have chosen. 200 students were asked for their favorite color. The results are shown in the following table. First, choose a suitable scale as 1 unit for 0 students. Start the scale at 0. The greatest value in the data is 55. So end the scale of y-axis at a value greater than 55, such as 60. We choose the scale such that the length between 0 and 60 is neither too longer nor too small. Use 5 equal divisions on x-axis and name colors on it. Now for color red, count for 43 on y-axis and mark. This is a bar for students favoring red color. Similar way, we can draw bars for green, blue, yellow and orange respectively. Joint bar graph. Shiva and Gauri passed their 7th standard examination. Both scored good marks. Let us see and compare who got more in which subject. The table showing us marks in numerical. If we draw a graph for each table separately and compare, it is little difficult to compare, right? So we mix these two graphs. Now look, we can easily compare who got more in which subject. A joint bar graph is a set of bar graphs showing different sets of information but joined to each other. Now let us see what information the graph is showing. Shiva got 70 marks in maths, while Gauri got 67. In social science, both have scored equal marks. Gauri has scored highest marks in English. And other information we can get through graph. Adult literacy classes were conducted in a village at 5 centers. The number of learners at every center and the number that become literate are shown in this joint bar graph. From this bar graph, let us try to find out the answers of some questions. White bars are representing number and rule for adult literacy in each class, and green bars are representing number of literate adults from each class. Which adult literacy class has the largest number of learners? Right, class number 4. You can see this longest bar indicating highest numerical value 40 for learners enrolled. Which centers have equal numbers of learners on the rolls? Right, class number 1 and class number 5. These two white bars indicating equal numbers of learners, that is 35. Which centers have the same number of adult literates? Class 2, Class 3 and Class 5 have the same number of adult literates. At which center did all the adults enroll achieve literacy? In the Class 3, all adults enrolled achieve literacy. Summary. In this lesson, we have seen bar graph and joint bar graph. So, that is all in this lesson, students. Math is a fun, so keep learning.